Hey guys, welcome. If this is your first time here, this is Moments with Mo. I'm here in my bed, just chilling. Um, and I just wanted to set up the camera and shoot. I feel like it would be very therapeutic. Um, it is so interesting the times that we're living in, y'all. My gosh. Having pets sometimes. What the hell? Um, it's so interesting the times that we're living in, and where we are, and the we're in the 5D for real, and all of us are getting acclimated to being really in that space. And the past couple days, I'm picking up on all this energy. I'm picking up on, like, okay, it feels, I don't want to say sad, but it does, like, sad, that empty. And you know who talked about the spirit of empty? Okay, shout out to Q Reeves, okay, here on YouTube. Wonderful man, got a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom. Check him out, okay? But he speaks on this. And the past couple days, I'm really, like, tapping in and, realizing my gifts that has been upgraded, this new energy. I'm expanding, and a lot of great things is going very, very, very well in my life. I'm grateful for the YouTube fam, the YouTube channel, how it's been growing, and the support. And yeah, there's just so many moving factors outside of YouTube as well. A lot of positive things, but it does take a lot of work here. But nevertheless, like, I feel so good with where Spirit is taking me on this journey, where I'm going, where I'm creating. And I couldn't help but feel like, yo, like, what is this sense of, like, longing? It's like a sense of longingness. And my whole thing is like, I'm keeping it real and raw with y'all because, I know that I might not be the only one. Oh, well, I know I'm not the only one now because Spirit has confirmed this. Like, I realize that I am picking up, a lot of energy, even when I choose not to channel certain messages, as far as, like, tapping into tarot or being in that space, even more so. And I'm just collectively, like, discerning, okay, what energy is mine? Is this my energy? And my higher self is like, I'm like, okay, is this the energy of someone specific? And it's like, I'm like, okay, this is the collective energy. And it's like, so it's like, yeah. So a lot of us being empathic, okay, maybe picking up on a lot of energy. And, again, there's a lot hitting us at this time. It's a lot going on. We are in the shadow aspect of the 8-8 Lionsgate portal, okay? So there's just a lot of energies, a lot of spirits, a lot of beings, a lot of things coming through. And I feel like that's what I'm picking up on. And I feel so good sharing this. Like, it feels good because I feel like somebody needs to hear this other than me, right? Um, I actively live my life as positively as I can because that's where I truly want to be at. That's the vibe I'm in. That's what I want to do. This is where, you get what I'm saying? Like, that's where I want to vibrate from. That's where I want to create from. That's where I want to receive from. So it's very interesting to me, like, the past maybe week, it felt very intense, with maybe like intense highs and intense lows, intense, it's like a fluctuation, and it was happening very quick. And I'm like, okay, like, where is this coming from? Now, granted, was there some things to unpack for us? Like, I feel like this is how, again, I alchemize things, because here I go. I'm sitting, I switched it up. I'm sitting laying across my bed. We got Blueberry here. Say hi, y'all. Little Blueberry. And it pushed me to make this content, switch it up. And that's what I do. Like, I'm always going to take that energy that I feel like might be a little dense, heavy, lost, whatever. Like, and like, how can I use this to not only benefit myself, but benefit others, right? So it's like, bruh, set up that camera, speak, talk about it. I don't got no prep. I didn't prep. I didn't do none of that. And I just really want to talk about that. Like, a lot of us might feel these things and feel very much alone, feel isolated, feel like nobody is experiencing this. And I want to tell you that a lot of that energy is not yours, okay? It is not yours. It is not your energy. But this is why I do reiterate, taking care of your spiritual health, your spiritual body, taking them baths, even just going out, connecting to the sun, connecting to Gaia, TMI, Earth, okay? And putting your actual feet and hands on the grass, giving that back to that energy and gratitude to Gaia, and asking Gaia to help cleanse and anchor you and transform that energy. But I just want you to know that you're not alone. You're not alone in this. We are in very, very strange times. It is time, it's not the past. Well, past, present, future all exist as one, but we're not quite where we were, you know, even in the beginning of the year, even in the, like, it is a lot of things. Last year, like, we're just in a whole different space. And a lot of us have received a lot of spiritual upgrades, a lot of heightened senses. So a lot of things is heightened for you. And, again, while stack that on top of, like, okay, you got new abilities and things coming online. You might be seeing things out your peripheral. You get what I'm saying? Because, that's how some beings and spirits like to reveal themselves little by little. And, you might be picking up on all these things, and it might feel overwhelming, and you might not necessarily know, okay, what am I tapping into? What's happening to me? But what you want to do, call back. You want to call back all of your energy. And that's what I sat here and did today. I called back all my energy. I meditated, my heart still. Guys, I'm really thinking about doing a group meditation with the Maharic Seal. If you guys are interested in that, let me know down in the comments, and I'm going to get something together. The Maharic Seal is a very powerful meditation. It is a very powerful meditation. And I would like to see how people would feel doing that. I know the power in it solo. I know the power in it with, 3 people in my home, us doing it at the same time. But I would like to see what that collectively feels like, for us to come together and tap in and do that meditation. And, just kind of speak on how we're feeling, how you're feeling, like, how you were feeling before, how you're feeling after. Yeah, so if that's something that you're interested in, let me know down below. And that's something that I feel like we can make happen and put together. But I did that, and then I called back all my energy. And what's interesting about that enough too is, like, for me, being in this space of being a full-time entrepreneur and sharing my life, and even more so now, like allowing others to, I'm tapping into their energy, you're tapping into my energy. And um it's like when things happen, this is why God really gives you things little by little, so you can have that acclamation period to get used to what your new reality, your new timeline commands of you, is asking of you, okay? Because um I didn't quite, like, I understood, about energy exchange and what I was already in the mix doing, but it is a bigger scale when you got not hundreds, but then thousands of people, that maybe tap into your energy and vice versa. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of love and beauty in this community and this space, and I'm grateful for every single last one of you. But then it's on the other side, it's like, okay, you do have some people who um so more so look for someone that they can use as, I want to say, a light source or a battery. Like, you can get what I'm saying, to light them up in a way. And I'm happy and I'm grateful that I'm walking my path and I'm doing that. But it's like, okay, oh, all right, this on a bigger scale. So, there's things that I even had to be mindful of on okay, how often I'm gonna have to do certain practices and doing certain things that at one point I didn't have to maybe do so heavy, but now, because the channel's growing and we're moving and elevating and things like that, it's like, okay, more is being required of me, especially with my spiritual body, to make sure that I'm shielded, I'm protected, I'm cleaned off, I'm cleansed off, I'm this. But I'm grateful to, I'm anytime, like, I'm in like these spaces right now, like I'm grateful. Like, I'm grateful because, first of all, I'm able to sit and I'm able to really, like, okay, what is this? You get what I'm saying? Like, what is this? And to realize, like, okay, the darkness, that uh that spirit of empty. And again, check out Q content, because he's spoken on this, and I haven't really watched all of it. I watched him speak on this a little bit about that spirit of empty. And a lot of people right now are, as things are picking up energetically, and there has been the split has already happened, between the parallel earths, okay, where people are choosing to vibrate, whether in their lower frequency or in their higher frequency, and what that look like. And that energy is out here, you know and it's influencing people to feel or be under the illusion that, maybe that, again, they're in this alone, they don't have any support, there's not so many people maybe around that are showing such a level of vulnerability to speak on such things. And again, social media does a job where it's like people only really want to show you what they truly want to show you. And hence why, like, for me, it's like, okay, like, I'm in this space right now, and it's like, even though I'm feeling good, and I'm in this, like, I'm in, it's like I'm in two different, like, I'm feeling the collective, but I'm like, yo, I feel good. Like, I feel fine. Like, a lot is going well in my life. But it was like, what I got from this is that this energy is helping me push myself and beyond limitations, beyond my expectations. Because a lot of us have high expectations, where it's like, if we fall short, then we feel like, we didn't accomplish anything, or we're not accomplishing anything because we have such high, you know, we got this goal or this standard, and it's like, you know, taking time to look back and reflect and be like, you know, you're still putting in the work, you're still putting out content, you're still growing and expanding. All these things are mutually beneficial for your spirit and for somebody else. And I don't know, I just get like, life is really a game. Like, it really is a game. It really is a game. And anytime I'm like, I'm going to dive in, I dive into my creative bag, okay? So a lot of songs that I do make, or some of my music that I do make, you know, it's like influenced by situations that I haven't been in, but a lot of the energy that I pick up on and things like that. And so, you know, maybe 2 weeks ago I dropped a song like Happy Don't Love Me and Finding Myself. And I feel like that was all a prelude. Like, if you look back on why I said I dropped that content, okay, them songs here, you could check them out. They're in the videos posted here down below. My artist name is Soul Water, okay, because I make music for the soul, okay? And you know, it was about exactly what's going on right now. Kind of like, you know, happy, whether that's a person, whether that's the feeling, you know, the spirit of happiness or whatever, not loving me, when it was like, no, all in all, it was like, how are you, how am I loving me? And you know, the spirit of empty try to have you look at things with your physical eyes and see like, okay, you know, the walk in the path, especially of those who are anointed and, you know, are here to be light workers and anchor a new frequency into this realm, right? It's a it becomes a lonely road. You'll lose friends, you'll lose family members, you know, for me, it's interesting. Like, I've been losing, you know, some subscribers, you know, but the old me would have been so caught up with that, like, but the new me is so like, you know, I'm grateful. Like, y'all got what y'all needed. You get what I'm saying? For whatever time, like, there's YouTubers that I've watched at one point that I was watching heavy and they was helping me so much that it's like, okay, once I retain what I got, it's like I naturally stopped watching them, or, you know, it changed. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Like, I'm not going to be mad. Like, if people continue to fall away, it's like, okay, I take that as a sign that they received what they needed to receive and to grow and expand on their path and their timeline. But if I don't have that mindset and that perspective, then it's like, okay, I'm losing subscribers. Oh no, like, what am I not doing? Is the content not good? Am I not putting, and like, you can go in that spiral. And that's the thing with social media. If you're not knowing who you are and what your mission is and have that perspective and that knowingness that, like, you know, no, like, this is happening. This happens. Like, this is fine. And, you know, people will come and go like leaves. And that is the art of detachment. And that's really a video I really want to talk about, because that is a deep dive more so on really so many levels. Let me know if you guys are interested in that topic, and we could really dive in and talk about that, because, child, yeah, it's an art and it's a freedom that really comes with that. But, you know, so just because your environment might reflect to you necessarily that, okay, you're walking this on this lone wolf walking path, and that's because a lot of people are not built for it the way that you are built for it. A lot of people are not called to walk that path. But there is a reason. There's a reason, okay? Um, you know, moment of vulnerability here, y'all, for real, because y'all my cosmic fam, and a lot of this stuff I don't have shame about. Like, maybe in my younger years I did, but not now. Like, I never truly had a relationship, okay? I've always, and I'm talking about, I want to say from like high school up, okay? Because nothing else count, like middle school and all that. But like, I never truly had a relationship. I always had situationships, okay? So it was always not quite fully committed. Um, and there was a lot of life lessons and things that I needed to learn for myself, and valuing myself and appreciating myself and seeing my worth. And it has been a lonely path. I thought I was broken. I'm like, or a guy just don't fuck with me. I'm like, he must not. She must not. Because damn, I know the soul and spirit that I am, and the love that I give and that I was giving. And I've always been in that space. But it was like, how can you give that to yourself? And it seems like God really put me on the path where it's like, yeah, you're not going to, because when I love, first of all, when I love hard. That's just me, period. And it don't take much. You get what I'm saying? And I would say that, and I just love you for being here, for being a human being, for this experience that you're experiencing, for breathing the air, for your carbon dioxide is given to the trees that then gives to us. So you play a part in this ecosystem as well. So I give love and thanks and gratitude for that and your existence here. So, but when I'm like in love and love, like, oh, I'm really feeling you. Certain things just it's a different. I'm locked in a bit different. And my younger years, it was definitely to my detriment, because it was like, again, spending time with people, places, and things longer than what I should, or allowing people to use and abuse me. So it was like I was using and abusing myself, because I was allowing these people to do so as well. And I'm so grateful that I can look back on my life and look back to where I am now today and be like, yo, damn, Mo, you did your big one, baby. You did your big one, okay? Because I'm telling you, I've had some stories. Like, if you really want to, if we can have story time for real, okay? Because I've had some stories about, like, how I really had people play with my heart, play in my face. And these are things that, like, at the time really crushed me, because I was so much more fragile. I was so much more, just, again, I was getting a lot of, at the time I didn't know it, but it was a lot of external validation. You get what I'm saying? And I was chasing it. I was like chasing the love. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, dad, like, I really never had a relationship. Like, I am a good person. Like, I deserve to be with somebody that treats me. But I always end up with somebody that just wanted to take, consume. So that's why, hence, when I'm in this energy now, and Spirit's like, reserve, okay, 2024, 24 was just on the clock, the timer. Okay, but it's like, okay, because I've given so much of myself throughout my lifetime, and I got to acknowledge that. Okay. And it's like, even now on the scale, I'm giving much more of myself, even on a grander scale. And it's like you really have to honor when your spirit says to relax, when your spirit says no post, when your spirit says to just do nada, okay? When your spirit says to share, when your spirit says to speak about that. Because it's like, again, just getting in tune with just honoring thyself, right? And so that's where I'm at. I'm in this space where it's like really honoring myself. And I'm not going to hold you 25 on the clock. I feel so good. My energy feels shifted even more since recording this video. And I want to say that as well. A lot of you might be experiencing things, and you will experience that feeling until you go through with it. Like if God or your spirit team and your spirit guys is dropping inspirations to you to do, I suggest you follow through with those, as long as it's not causing no harm to another, or it's high vibes and it's healthy for you and the collective. I suggest that you follow through with that, because the lack of not doing that, the not doing thatness, invites more of that heavy energy of feeling empty, feeling alone, feeling like things isn't moving, or again your spirit is just like, I mean, you might feel things are mundane because your spirit is pushing you to switch it up, to post it up, to write it up, okay, to play it out, to like share it out. However, and like for me right now, like I'm grateful that I can come and speak to you. I can come and speak to y'all, and we can have this moment. Because I know I'm not alone. I know I'm not alone in this. And I know that there's people who, maybe have been in a space where they have not been, as mentally clear-minded, and find themselves really, struggling. If I'm finding like, okay, and, again, a lot of that can be because you're so empathetic. And you could tap in that is needing to, hey, I need to shut down my channels, okay? Calling in my channel sweepers. I'm gonna call in my channel sweepers to come and sweep my channels and shut them down, okay? So you can not have your radio on all day every day, and allowing all these spirits and beings to tap into you. And then you really, then you may meditate or take a spiritual bath or go ground or something. But I know if I am, feeling this, then those that are not, maybe, more equipped with spiritual tools and armors and weapons, is like in that same space and feeling. So I just want to let y'all know that we are in this alone, okay? No, we're not in this alone. Oh my God. We're not in this alone. Scratch that, okay? We are in this together, and you are not alone, all right? And it does get easier. Find the way. How can you alchemize the energy that you're feeling? You get what I'm saying? Like, how can you take this feeling and turn it into your positive benefit? You get what I'm saying? Like, again, for me, it was like, bruh, I'm grabbing the camera, I'm setting it up, I'm laying across the bed, and I'm talking to my folks. Like, I don't know what I'm going to say, but I'm going to say it, and that's it. And so we're here, and I feel better. My energy vibration has literally shot through the roof. Like, it's a whole different feeling. So it's like, we're feeling all these different things, and, it can be uncomfortable, but there's always a silver lining in where we are, or what we're experiencing, and what we're perceiving. And I'm just, I don't know, I'm just really, I feel more at peace now. I feel more like I feel like the collective needs to do this. So whatever you're not speaking on, whatever you're not sharing, whatever you're too worried about, being too logical, trying to be too tech savvy, I'm hearing like, you're overthinking the quality and all that. No, like, share what you have to share, do what you have to do for you, like your spirit guides and God is leading you, like, hey, just doing this leads to that, and leads to that, and they're not letting you see that. They might just let you see that, and it's like, until you take that next step, you won't really experience that in its fullness, because it's like, hey, this next step is going to, you, by you grabbing that and writing that, watch how that transmutes, and watch what the inspiration that comes from that, and what you're, you know maybe write poetry or poem, and now you want to do a poetry book, or you want to do a digital, animation, something along those lines, where it's just the inspiration of the next step is illuminated. Okay, so y'all, I love y'all. I love y'all deep. Thank y'all for y'all beautiful comments. Thank you for allowing me to have time for moi as well. Those that have reached out to me via email and things like that. I know I'm a little behind. I promise I would get to you guys. I do appreciate y'all, because a lot of things that I would say this too. A lot of things that we all got strengths and weaknesses, okay? Strengths and weaknesses, right? And a lot of things that might be considered your weakness, like at this time you might be feeling like challenged with. And I just know for me, I never was a big, like, social media, like YouTube, Instagram, all this. Like, I'm not, like, everything I love is tied to social media, which is a tool. So it's like I have to push myself to be in these spaces, to do these things that I genuinely just don't really enjoy doing. Like, some people love to make posts and love to, the threads, and love to do all of that in that way. I love what I do, okay? More the social media part is like, yeah, like if I could hire somebody to do, I would, okay? And it's coming, okay? Because certain things, like, I just don't care for it, okay? So, but it's a lot of like, okay, how can I push myself beyond this limitation of like, beyond this limitation, right? So again, a lot of things that I've struggled with, which already before gaining more attention and getting more attraction, is like, being on top of my, like, yeah, emails and stuff like that. I don't know what about her, but sometimes it just gets overwhelming for me. I don't know if somebody else feel that way. It gets a little overwhelming. And then it's just like, huh? And so it was a lot going on this past week. I had my pop's birthday, my brother's birthday, my great aunt's. It was a great aunt event. I had connections with my cousins, my nieces and nephew came. It was just so much happening. And again, I'm in such all this energy, all this wave. So just know, y'all, sometimes I neglected for real, that email for a little bit. But I'm human and I'm getting to y'all, I promise. Okay. It feels so good to say that. And like, everybody wants to hide, like, be ashamed. Like, I'm not shameful that that's one of my weaknesses. Like, I'm working on it, y'all. And so, being with me as I work past these things, because it's like these feelings and things that come with, as simple as that. You get what I'm saying? Like, some people have super anxiety about just making phone calls, and I was in that. It's just like, what is that about? Like, getting to the root of certain things. But I just feel like I needed a whole little time of like scaling back, revising how I want to put out content. And yeah, and so, your strengths and your weaknesses are really going to show themselves, even more so. But you're strong, and creating these spaces where people, don't play fucking pretend necessarily here on these apps and things like that, and really speak about the things that they're going through, like, and experiencing, really just creates a whole space for the collective to feel not so alone, not so empty, not so forgotten. You get what I'm saying? Not so lost. And again, that's another topic that Q talks about, and this is the energy of like here that's blanketing, like, we need to encourage each other to not tap in, get lost in that space of feeling alone, feeling isolated, feeling unheard, unseen, unloved, when all those things already dwell within your being. But how are you acknowledging it? How are you allowing it to express itself through you? Okay, to you and through you, right? For the benefit of yourself and others here. So you're not alone. I'm here with you, and we're in this together. And yeah, we riding out. So y'all, this Moments with Mo segment. It feels good. It wasn't too long. 35 minutes. We did good. And I'm gonna catch y'all on the flip side, all right? Peace.